Okay. Hello, Kagikadas, and welcome again to another episode of Geeks Are Nowhere. Yan. And this time, and kasama ulit natin si Migs. Hello, Migs. How are you?
Hello. Ayan, all good naman. Medyo busy sa life pero ayan, ano naman, surviving.
Yeah. Mahalaga, we're surviving
Mm,
and we're making time of our hobbies and
mm.
other endeavors. Okay. So last episode we talked about our wrestling last week, yung
Mm.
mga dito mga nangyari with the we thought of the one of the greatest or best wrestling weekend in Philippine pro wrestling history kasi daming ganap na nangyari. Yeah. And
Mm.
then apa ba? Uh yeah, I think we'll need also to dedicate a time for a movie review, lalo na ng mga napanood natin na movie and somehow
Mm.
upcoming movies like say for example Spider-Man.
Yes, which
No,
is
oo,
malapit na.
malapit na next week.
Mm. Next week, sobrang lapit na pala
Mm.
siya. Mm.
Oo, later ko lang na-realize ko next week na pala siya.
Mm.
'Yun. So, if anyone's looking forward for that movie, ayan lapit na. Konting kasi dikit lang siya ng katapusan. So, 'yun. Pag kung may sweldo na kayo, sakto
Mm.
'yun. Pwede na 'yan.
Sakto 29. So, yung mga sumasahod diyan ng July 29.
Ayan. And also no, we're for this episode naman, no, we're going to dedicate this episode for mga book reviews, book reactions, and mga recommendations again that both Migs and I had read or going to read pa lang. And
Mm.
we're also going to tackle a special book na ito, di naman sa binigay, but we were able to procure a copy of.
Yes, we're lucky to
Lucky to.
read it.
Yes. And I think it's a bit quite late of a review, but I think better late than never.
Mm.
Mm-mm. And we're talking about, syempre, shout out to Eugene and to Sir Elsie and to Miss Mau. We're talking about this book, Archon. Archon, the first chapter of Archon Comics, written by Sir Elsie De Leon, illustrated by Eugene Ilagan, Mauno Sekai, Jerome Suplemento, and Gilbert Nacario. And for this exclusive, for this first chapter of this copy, the cover was designed by or drawn by none other than Mr. Harvey Toliba, which we were able to interview on our previous episode.
Yeah.
Yan. Ito 'yun. Yan. Actually, binili ko pa 'to from the, Pikoff last ito a week 2 weeks ago. Yeah, and we were able to meet everyone who made this comics. Yeah. And 'yun. Sir Harvey talaga sobrang down to earth talaga. And everyone.
Sobrang sayang kakwentuhan.
Mm-mm. Yeah. Sige. Um before we tackle on it, no. What ano muna ang expectation mo muna nun sa Archon Comics, lalo na nung na-interview natin Sir LC, Miss Mau, even Eugene. Ano yung ine-expect mo talaga dun sa comics na parang inaabangan mo at ano yung ah parang at the back of your mind na hinahanap mo before reading this comic?
Sa akin hindi more on hinahanap, pero what I expected. Kasi dun before, I don't have any idea talaga kung
Mm.
what is Archon is all about.
Mm.
So nung time na yon, more on, in-expect ko is an origin story.
Mm.
which is very ano naman, very very typical from a first issue or for basta sa mga unang release. Pero yun, and sobrang na-surprise ako na lalo na nalaman kong mecha siya, which is for me, isa sa mga genre na gustong-gusto ko both sa anime or
Mm.
kahit sa sa western cartoons or comics. Sobrang fan ako ng mga giant robots.
Mm.
And ayun pa, the mecha genre here in the Philippines, hindi siya masyadong tinatalakay pa.
Mm.
Although meron tayong mga ibang mecha books or graphic novels like Tablay,
Yes, Tablay.
and then sa decades ago sa Filipino funny comics, meron tayong Mighty Saibot, which is
Mm.
also a Super Sentai series.
Mm.
So yun, parang kasi, hindi na lahat, pero usually, karamihan ngayon ng comics or Filipino comics na nababasa ko is more on the Philippine folklore,
Mm.
um, the horror stuff, or minsan, typical superheroes. Pero
And
ito,
and even
ano talaga siya,
slice of life din.
slice of life. And ito, talaga, first time, hindi naman first time pala, pero parang sobrang fresh sa akin makakita ng Filipino comic book na mecha.
Mm.
And ayun, when I read this story, I don't know if we're gonna go to it mamaya pa, pero yun nga,
Mm.
just to give an overview, sobrang natuwa ako. And it really, although may mga bits or clues ng origin ng backstory sa mga characters during some panels, pero ayun, I'm surprised na action-packed kaagad siya dun
Yeah.
sa simula pa lang.
Mm. Sige. Okay, sige. We now talk about the story and the world building itself, no. Pagkabasa mo pa lang, sabi mo action pack na siya. So,
Mm.
what how what made you feel that kind of impression when yung binasa mo yung itong na to, first chapter ng Archon?
May attack na kasi kaagad. Tsaka it reminded me of the first few minutes of Gundam 00,
Mm.
where there was already an attack in a city. Tapos nung bata pa si Setsuna, pero yun, parang may konting it reminded me of that sequence. Pero medyo may pagka siya, although mecha siya, pero may pagka real life ang niya, ang background, because
Yeah.
it's
Oo.
not it's not set on a fictional country or on a fictional city. It's set mismo sa Pilipinas, and a specific country.
Alam na natin,
Yeah,
China.
pangalan natin, the mga
Mm.
favorite na country ni Robin Padilla. Yun, China.
China, yeah.
Mm.
Mm. Well, yeah. I think I don't know if Sir Elsie had it had it on the back of his mind, pero I but he's really was telling a story of a war, talaga parang uh fil yun nga, Filipinos facing a big uh enemy like China. Well, any other country pwede naman yung include yun sa story, but I think the relevance of it's because relevance ng story na to is because we really are facing a big uh opponent like China. Although technically hindi pa naman natin sinasabi siya talaga na we are at war with China, but parang for in this story, sa story na to, yeah, we are at war with China.
Yeah. May pagka-realistic din siya
Mm,
kasi diyan sa story, China's still a big bully, which they are now.
yeah, true. Mm.
Hmm.
And to think, no, I think ito, a part of this story reminds me of Reciclo. If you remember that yung movie ni Bong Revilla na I don't want to really mention that name.
Naalala ko siya pero hindi ko pinanood yun, eh.
Yeah, yeah,
The name Bong Revilla,
yeah.
ano na kaagad,
Mm.
kinikilabutan.
Yeah. Pero kasi ayun, the premise kasi nung I think no, nasabi na rin naman to ni Sir LC on a previous episode is that Archon was built coming from scrap parts of of a ano robot from
Mm.
China na talagang ni-re-engineered to become a weapon of defiance against the conquering enemy, which is China. So din ayun, and then made it Filipino weapon, much like parang sige sabihin natin up good parallel with this is a jeepney,
Mm.
although we made it our own, 'di
Our
ba?
own, oo.
Mm.
From yung mga abandoned military jeep. So, ginawa nating nirepurpose siya.
Repurpose, yes.
Mm.
Good word. Yun. And the story itself for me, no, and yung world building nung ng the story, and I think kudos to the artist, kala Eugene, Miss Mao, and others, Jerome and Gilbert were able to really depict and immerse us to the world of Archon. So I think siguro there are some parts pa ng need to improve, like say for example yung mga yung uh word effects, but I think that that could be improved pa later on, but this is of yun nga first chapter pa nito. I think there would be revisions, like say for example, 'di ba? Si 13 nagkaroon pa ng mga revisions throughout the reprints.
Hmm. Tsaka naman, for me it's, merong feeling um, I like it,
Mm.
pero may feeling ng pagkabitin.
Yes.
More on I
Mm.
think, for me, I think kailangan ko pa ng buong story arc.
Yeah, yeah.
Pero yeah, sobrang nabitin ako pero
Ilan pa y-
they're off to a good start.
Mm.
Hindi na kumbaga hindi na paligoy-ligoy pa, hindi tinipid ang action, andiyan na kaagad
Mm.
and ang lang talaga is marami pa akong question mark sa ulo ko because, hindi ko pa masyadong let's say yun, hindi ko pa masyadong kilala yung lead character.
Mm.
Um, Tapos ayun, paano nagsimula yung giyera natin with
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 China.
China
Mm.
and paano nabuo si Archon from scratch. Paano nila na-acquire yung ganong technology and
Yeah.
pero ang isa sa gusto ko is since it's like a David and Goliath story din na
Mm.
where we are clearly underdog naman and I can't wait kung ano pa yung mga pwedeng mangyari.
Mm. And no, I think to make this uh reading of Archon more worthwhile and more engaging, Sir Elsie made a recommendation to listen to Archon's soundtrack played by his own band, Mondo.
Mondo, yeah.
Oo. While you read these comics. So I think it made the experience more immersive. Kasi yun nga sabi mo 'di ba, action pack kaagad,
Mm.
laban yung makikita mo kaagad yung action, ah, and I think playing the music at the background, listening to it while you read the story, it really adds up to the tension and to the uh, tawag dito, to the, alam mo yun na, you become more immersed to the world of Archon
Mm.
because of the music.
And just to add, hindi siya typical na mecha story na merong isang teenager na magpapalot ng mecha.
Yes.
Hindi.
Hindi.
Walang sa kayo na walang teen drama.
Mm-mm.
So for para dun sa mga nag-e-expect ng Amuro Ray type
Yeah.
of story or Kira Yamato story, I don't think makikita niyo siya dito. Talagang ito, may militaristic ang approach niya.
Yes, and
Although may militaristic approach naman ng Gundam, pero yun nga lang kasi hinahaluan nila ng mga ng mga
supernatural.
tsaka ng mga poging teenagers. So
This one, yung makikita natin yung bida, sobrang rugged.
parang grizzled na siya
grizzled
veteran.
Totoo. Oo. So yeah. And I think yun nga, we are really looking forward to get to know more of the characters here at Archon, especially yung pilot, si Argus. What's his backstory? Ito, and also the supporting characters. Ano pa yung nila, yung kwento nila? Paano sila naging part nung resistance against the enemy? Dami pang kwento. We're looking forward to it. Yan.
Saka I'm hoping na walang overpowered shit. Kasi I'm looking or sobrang natutuwa ako sa mga mecha anime or mecha comics or manga na na hindi masyadong overpowered yung mecha. Just like let's say yung Gundam the 8MS team where there's no overpowered Gundam.
Yes,
Na
sobrang
talagang military, sobrang nag-focus sila sa military aspect ng Gundam. Walang new type, walang overpowered na mobile suit. Talagang actually para kasi ang Vietnam War.
Oo. Sobrang dito pa, sobrang grounded nung nung story ng 8MS team that really mo yun, I think yung kung napanood mo rin yung yung Requiem for Vengeance.
Hindi ko pa natatapos. Sa Netflix.
Sa Netflix. I think it could also go hand in hand with the with the story ng 8MS team. Pero it's story naman ng Zeon on na nasa Earth. Whereas
side naman,
side ng whereas naman yung 8MS team is the Earth Federation naman ng at ang binibigay na perspective. So I think which is kind of those both series also could have a similar similar experience kapag pinanood mo and when you read Archon, the comic book. Ayan.
I'm really hoping sa Archon na na maging military heavy siya.
Yes. And pa ba? Siguro aside from Archon, the robot itself or the mecha itself, we could tackle more of the world world where the characters are living. Kasi dito, we were able to have this a glimpse of the world building from a few panels that we have read, but alam mo yun, I think yun nga kakasabi mo lang kanina, what's the reason why China is invading the Philippines? What was their purpose? Ano yung nila, yung objective nila.
Tsaka gusto ko makita yung state or yung status ng Pilipinas during that time. Ano yung mga nangyari? Bakit ba tayo sinugod ng China? Binenta ba tayo ng mga leaders natin?
Yeah.
And hindi don't get me wrong ang tamang statement pero I always hear kasi sasabihin na na huwag niyong hahaluan ng politika yung comics. If you go back to the old comic books from the golden age, silver age, comics are always political.
Yes.
So yun don't tell me, I'm gonna say it to your face. Comics are always political. Don't tell me that na minimix namin yung beliefs namin or yung politics sa comics.
No.
It goes hand in hand. Kaya
Yep.
tignan mo sila TK and the other
Mm.
other artists.
Even si
Mm.
Sir Paul Medina, and
Mm.
even Sir Jerry Alanginan, they're
Yeah.
meron silang talagang meron silang political commentary
Mm-mm.
in every panel, in every comic that they write. Mm-mm.
Which is I like din dito sa Archon.
Mm-mm.
Although hindi ako sure kung kailan naisip ni Sir LC yung labanan, pero it's a great or it displays a strong message that we're going to stand up
Mm-mm.
from bullies, especially that particular nation
Yeah.
na mahal ni number one senator.
Oo nga, mahal ng
Mm.
number one senator na
Mm.
number one siya sa survey, ah.
Mm. Oh well.
Oh well. Oh well.
What's new?
What's you, Philippines? Anyway. Sige. Ano na muna, concluding words muna for our reaction or review of Archon before we move on to other books that we have read or we're going to planning to read.
Sa akin ay yun, great work to the Archon team. Sobrang
Mm.
sobrang engaging and sobrang action packed. Yun,
Mm.
sabi ko na kanina, sobrang action packed. We are not gonna in sa 20 plus pages.
Mm.
Ang daming action scenes na na-deliver.
Mm.
Yun lang, we're still waiting or we're gonna wait kung ano pa yung what's in store in the sa future. And syempre gusto rin namin malaman yung backstory and ano pa yung mga backstories pati yung buong mundo ng Archon.
Yeah. And tarito, for me naman, no, this story is very grounded. Makikita mo talaga yung in the first first few panels pa lang makikita mo kaagad yung struggle nung mga bida. Mararamdaman mo yung tension and yung suspense kasi dito ano mangyayari, binubugbog na sila without spoiling any details pa more, no. So yeah, the tension and the release dun sa sa first chapter pa lang parang you're craving for more. Sabi mo na nga kanina, we need to know more of the story, and I think this first chapter is a good jumping point,
Or starting point na.
starting
Mm.
point to explore more of this story that they're telling. And yeah, again, kudos and congrats to the Archon team, to Eugene, to Sir LC, Miss Mau, Sir Jerome, and Sir Gilbert for having their copies sold out during the Philippine International Comic Festival. So sa Ayala Malls na 30th. And yeah, it means that a lot of people are really looking forward to read the story
Yes.
of Archon.
Malay mo, in the near future, meron ng hindi lang Archon comics or anime movie yung pinapanood natin.
Yes.
Malay mo, may Archon model kit na din.
Yeah. Oo. Actually, wala lang. I think they are looking for other people that could really really bring Archon to to our physical world, meaning meron talagang magkakaroon ng scale model or something or toy line si Archon.
Yes, and siguro sa akin one final thing is I'm very happy that you followed or ginawa niyo siya the way you want it to do. Hindi kayo sumunod sa sa mga current trends. So ito yung nagme-make sa Arcon na unique.
Mm.
It did not you did not try na kunyari maging supernatural book,
Mm.
superhero book.
Mm.
Talagang pinalo nyo ang passion natin sa mecha genre.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you again. Thank you again to Eugene, to Sir LC, Miss Maud, Sir Jerome, Sir Gilbert for creating creating this work. Yeah, we're looking forward for more chapters and stories to be told here for Arcon. And yeah, I think that ends our review and of Archon Comics. For the first chapter, alam natin marami pa tayong chapters na abangan for this story kasi nakakabitin nga to. Sige, Migs, ano pa yung mga budol mo na nabili na or mga babasahin mo pa na comics or nabasa mo na?
Siguro ako yung highly recommended ko ngayon. Kakabasa ko lang no isang araw, pero nandun kasi sa kwarto.
Mm.
I've read yung medyo matagal na to, mga 20 plus years na, pero ngayon lang nilabas uli yung yung bagong edition ng trade paperback, which is Robin Year One. Hindi Robin Padilla, utang na loob.
Oh,
Robin sidekick ni Batman.
alam mo yung yung meme na sinasampal ni Batman si
Oo,
Robin. Parang gusto kong gawan ng meme yun na si Robin Padilla mismo yung sinasampal.
sinasampal. So ayun, Robin as
Mm.
in Dick Grayson,
Mm.
sidekick ni Batman. Hindi si number one chinador. So ayun, since recently na interview natin si
Sino ba yan?
nakalimutan ko yung first name
Sino?
ni ni Grayson,
Si Jello. Si Jello.
ni Jello Grayson, sorry.
Grayson, yes.
Apologies, Jello, sorry, nakalimutan ko. Ayun, dahil na interview natin si Jello in the past month, I think,
Mm.
yun, medyo na-reignite niya yung interest ko with Robin, especially Dick Grayson. So ito, lumabas na yung although months ago ko pa pina-reserve to sa Comic Odyssey. So nung lumabas siya, nagkaroon na ako. Yun yung Robin Year One. So Robin Year One, it tells the early days of or the first year of Dick Grayson as Robin.
Oh.
So and yung art style niya din from Javier Pulido, and some of it were drawn by Marcos Martin. So medyo may pagka-retro style yung niya, yung artwork. So sobrang ganda. And the story really focuses on rin talaga on Dick Grayson, and na he can also stand on his own. And although andun din naman si Bruce Wayne, pero I won't give much dun sa story. Sobrang lang talaga, natuwa ako. And for Batman fans as well as Robin fans, especially if fan kayo ni Dick Grayson kay Nightwing, it's a must-have.
Mm-mm. Yeah. If ever people would get a copy of it, yeah, they could ask Comic Odyssey kung meron pa silang copy nun.
Meron pa nung Sunday. Kailan ba pumunta? Sunday? Meron pa nung Sunday. So,
Yeah.
go get them.
Yeah. And also shoutout na rin kay Sir Sandy. Nakita ko siya sa pick up nung month nung last week. Nandun siya.
Nakuha ko na yung mga comics ko.
Yeah. Meron ka pa pang ibang comics na for recommendation?
Sa ngayon, meron akong this weekend. So, gusto ko sanang, hopefully, babasa ko pareho. Dalawang Spider-Man books since we're approaching na ang brand new day week.
Mm.
So, wala dito, pero I recommend to read yung Amazing Spider-Man na brand new day run. So, it's perfect for people na mag-start pa lang magbasa ng Spider-Man. And kung gusto nyong single si Peter Parker ulit, read that one or read that particular run. So maraming creators na involved dun. So we have Dan Slott, Mark Guggenheim, Seb Wells, Bob Gale, Joe Kelly, and Mark Waid. Though, ano siya, parang mixed bag din siya minsan. Not all this, may magagandang stories, meron ding so-so, pero still, it's worth your time. And, maganda pa rin siyang basahin. And, pero itong dalawang hawak ko naman is, dalawang Spider-Man books. So, basically, yung, isa sa mga recent volume ng Amazing Spider-Man, which is, Resolute. So, this one, hindi ko pa siya nababasa, pero ito yung time na napunta sa space si Peter Parker. So, somebody is posing as Spider-Man. So, basically, hindi to si Peter Parker. And, alam ko na kung sino, pero ayokong i-give it away. Pati meron ding somebody is posing as Peter Parker as well, which is technically hindi si Peter Parker dahil nga nandun siya sa space.
Clue.
So, clue dito ko sa Spider-Man na
imposter.
sa Spider-Man na to, si Spider-Man na hindi si Spider-Man, matagal nang kakilala ni Peter Parker. And I wanted to clue song ni Taylor Swift, Bad Blood. Tapos
lumalabas yung pagka-Swiftie mo, Migs.
Tapos yung Peter Parker, kung sino mo Peter Parker yon. Ito kasi ang dali lang pag sinabi ko alam yun Pero nandun siya sa infamous storyline ng 1990s na Spider-Man.
Na animation or no?
Hindi.
Iba pa.
Comics,
okay. Sige.
Na lang, sabihin na lang natin The Clone Saga.
Let's see kung may mga nakahula. Please guys, if you know, if you have your answers, please comment down on sa comment section and we'll check kung tama ba yung mga pinagsasagot niyo. Yan.
Tapos ito naman, ito Amazing Spider-Man Torn. So bale ito mini-series to. Sinulat siya nung isa sa mga favorite Amazing Spider-Man writers ko growing up, which is J. Michael Straczynski, which is also, or he is also the creator of Babylon 5. So,
wait, Babylon 5, dating 90 series yun
Yes. Si JMS or J. Michael Straczynski, siya yung writer ng Amazing Spider-Man when we were in high school. So basically, pag nagbabasa ako ng Amazing Spider-Man sa kanya, ako lumaki. And he stayed in the book until 2007. Tapos ito bumalik siya to tell a story of Peter Parker during his college days. So basically medyo tayo dito, throwback tayo. So kailangan ito yung time na kasama niya pa si Gwen Stacy, si Mary Jane, si Harry Osborn, tsaka si Flash Thompson. So I'm pretty excited about this. Although nakita ko sa review, medyo mediocre siya, pero still I want to read it.
Doesn't matter if it's mediocre or what, no? Basta as long as you enjoy reading it, might as well have a copy, read it, diba?
Ano naman minsan, talaga, fuck the reviews. Kung you enjoy what you enjoy.
Yeah, true. You enjoy what you enjoy. Okay. Any other Migs? Okay ka na?
Oo.
So, yeah. Ako naman, sige. Ito naman. I have here some books, local comics that I was able to purchase or buy from different sources, but and in isa rito hiniram ko, and then yung tatlo dito binili ko, pero yung dalawa rito nabili ko sa Pick-off, yung isa dito na procure ko sa isang Facebook page na sobrang mura lang. I don't know bakit niya binenta ng sobrang mura, pero sobrang kapal nung librong to. Sige, papakita ko na lang. Alam ko familiar ka dito, Migs.
Oo, kompleto ko yan.
Ito,
Nakuha mo yung all-in-one edition, yung sa akin,
oo.
binili ko yan ng separate.
Alam mo ba kung magkano lang to? 300
Kano? Oh,
pesos.
mura na kasi
Yes.
magkano yung isang book dati? Parang around 300 din ata yun or 200.
Oo.
Oh, sulit na sulit na.
Sulit na sulit na.
Tsaka
And,
maganda yan
oo.
political,
Yes.
and it also fights dictatorship,
Mm-mm.
and it reminds you that Filipino is still worth dying for.
Yes.
Kahit
And
na mahina tayo sa reading comprehension at naniniwala tayo sa fake news.
oh, yeah, dito, for me, no, I would really love to shout out Mr. Paulo Fabregas.
Paulo Fabregas.
Yeah, for creating this masterpiece. And dito, meron ditong, well, editor pala nito is, si Sir Bojet. Shout out. One of the
Shout out.
editors. And, it's one of the, dito, under pa, itong print na to, under pa to ng Alamat comic, Alamat publishing. Which is na ba, meron pa bang Alamat ngayon?
Meron pa.
Meron pa, oo. Tama. Ayun. So,
mas bagong edition yan compared dun sa akin. Kasi sa akin, yung tatlong tatlong separate copies.
yeah. Dito yung first print kasi, yung
Bisprint yata yung
Bisprint pa yung
una
nawala.
eh.
Yung nawala, di ba? Bisprint. Then Alamat na sila, Alamat na ata nagprint na ito. Actually, this one is the omnibus copy. And when Sir Paulo Fabregas posted on his page, the Filipino Heroes League, that he's selling his copies of this omnibus for 300 pesos, di na ako nagpatumpik-tumpik, bumili na ako nito because kita mo naman, may intriga ka dito sa cover eh. Di ba?
Parang yung pedicab scene na yan, alam ko nanalo ng award yan sa Comic-Con years back eh.
Yes, nanalo nga. Nanalo nga. And I'm really excited to read this, although I haven't find the time to read this, but I was able to browse the first pages of the first chapter, and for me, no, it's funny, but pero at yun nga, few panels pa lang nung first chapter, nakakatuwa na, but at the back of my mind, I know there's something dark in this story that I'm bracing myself to explore and to read. So,
may mga funny moments pero yung may something dark din pero yung message niya is very very strong and it's very very applicable sa times natin ngayon.
Yeah, very relevant at this time. So yeah. So to Sir Paulo Fabregas, if you are listening to, thank you very much for writing this and for I know you're selling it cheap, but for me, no, this is my 300 pesos really is dito. So I know you could sell it for more, but it dito you gave it almost for free na rin, no? Parang sobrang dito na I don't know if it's out of your goodwill or something, but yeah, thank you very much for making this omnibus copy very much affordable for people who want to read a good Filipino comic story. Yan. So these two comic books that I bought naman sa pick up aside from Archon, no. Dito, I think people are very much familiar. A lot of people would be very familiar with the story, but these two books are repackaged of a very familiar stories na kinalakihan natin noon. And if you're familiar with Culture Crush Comics, I know you're very much familiar with these two stories that na nakita nyo na sa sa dalawang sa Culture Crush Comics at feeling ko inaabangan nyo parati yon. Yung story with Pasig
Sige, sabi ni.
Unbound saka Cat's Trail
Mm-mm.
ni Sir Elmer Damaso, and then Pasig by by Taga-Ilog. And these two books were printed by Quentoon Comics. So if you were able to you can purchase this on their website, but I was able to buy it on Pickoff. And yun, ito muna, concentrate muna tayo sa Cat's Trail Rewind. I think Sir Elmer Damaso and his wife Miss Cornelia Damaso were able to really expand the world of Cat's Trail, kasi nung sa first run niya sa Culture Crush Comics is hindi pa ganun ka develop yung world nung Cat's Trail, pero alam mo yun, immersive na siya, and at the same time nakakatuwa yung kwento, as in ang dami niyang mga fourth wall breaking panels and mga side comments, but I think that's the humor of Sir Elmer infused here in this comic. So if you really are a fan of the Culture Crush Comics, please do grab a copy of this one, kasi ito yung I think na complete vision ni Sir Elmer when he conceptualized Cat's Trail. Andito na yun. And ito, familiar tayo dito sa Pasig, syempre. Shoutout to Mayor Vico. Pasig. I think ito yung Sir Melvin Kalingo, o si Taga-Ilog. Yeah. Ito, alam ko a lot of people are familiar with the story of Mina and Dante. I think etong chapter na to, guys, first chapter pa lang to, pero ang dami na nangyari dito, no? I think this first chapter revises the whole run ng Pasig sa Culture Crush Comics.
Ano ba yan?
Sure.
Ni-rewrite or ni-redraw ba or remastered?
Rewrite and redrawn. So, I think dami ditong in-improve ni Sir Melvin or ni Sir Taga-Ilog. And yeah, I'm really excited to read this kasi I'm also a fan of Pasig nung nilabas siya sa sa Culture Crush Comics. Yun. Kasi lalim rin ng story nito, yung world building nito, talaga lalim. Yun yung parang dito, aside from One Day Isang Diwa and Cat's Trail, Pasig is one of the stories or comics stories in Culture Crush Comics na talagang inaabangan ko and sinusubaybayan. Yeah. And I'm happy that they're releasing these stories even if Culture Crush Comics doesn't exist now. Laking bagay laking bagay talaga na they're releasing these stories beyond what from what they have started years before. Yeah.
Malaking bagay din na kahit pa paano nako-collect nila yan. Ako looking forward ako na sana magkatotoo ang pangarap ko na Berlin Manalaysay, if you're listening.
Yes.
Sana magkaroon ng omnibus ang Combatron.
Oh.
Kasi nawala yung mga funny comics ko, kinain ng kinain ng daga lahat eh. So wala na yung Combatron collection ko. Wala na. So, gusto ko sanang magkaroon uli ng imprint. So, hopefully.
Yes.
Hopefully, magkaroon.
Dito shoutout pala kay Sir Berlin Manalaysay because he's also following us on Facebook. Nakita ko.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Please, sana magkaroon ng reprint ng Combatron at maging omnibus siya.
Yes. Actually, dito a lot of new fans would really be dito, like say for example ako, hindi ko gaano nasubaybayan si Combatron sa Funny Comics but I really find Combatron connected sa akin kasi dito, ano siya, mecha story siya. I'm also a fan of mecha story and I really want to read the story of Combatron. And it would be really, I think, isa ako sa mga magiging target market ng omnibus ni Combatron. Yun ang masasabi ko.
Ako dumating ako sa point dati na si Combatron ang number one hero ko. Mas gusto ko pa si Combatron kaysa kay Spider-Man, kaysa sa Power Rangers na sikat during that time. Mas inaabangan ko pa si Combatron every Friday pag binibilan ako ng daddy ko ng Funny Comics pag uwi niya sa bahay. So, gusto kong hindi lang ma-relieve yung feeling na gano'n na natutuwa ka on finding out kung ano yung nangyari. Siyempre, gusto ko rin ma-refresh yung memory ko sa mga stories. And, siyempre, yung pagiging to share it with other new readers like you na for the first time mababasa or malalaman yung story ni Combatron. Bakit siya naging ganon? Bakit sa earlier issues, iba yung armor niya, tapos nagkaroon siya ng bagong armor later on. Tapos si Death Metal, kalaban niya, bakit naging mag-best friend sila
later on.
Sa mga susunod na chapters, gano'n, yun.
Yeah, ito lang teka lang, may papakita pa ako sa yung isa. Alam ko, napakita ko na sa ito actually, dito, habang nasa pick-off kami, di ba, pick-off is in Ayala Malls sa 30th. Sa Pasig din. Siya pumunta before we went to the to the mismong venue ng pick-off, pumunta muna kami sa isang toy store sa entrance pagkapasok mo pa lang there's sa Ayala Malls sa 30th, there's a toy store with assorted toys na binibenta. And I was able to see this Combatron action figure which was released by Halimaw Sculptures, concept art by HMT Studios. And dito hindi ako makakapaniwala dito kasi may signature pa mismo ni Sir Berlin Manalaysay andito. And when I was researching about this toy line na ni-release, I think this was around 2019 ata, before the pandemic pa
mga ganon. Kasi alam ko yung galactic ending or yung totoong ending ng Combatron around those times din ni-release, which is yun na lang ang comics ko na Combatron, yung dalawang parts doon kasi recently lang siya ni-release. Nabili ko siya.
Yeah. And dito to think of, ito lang yung Combatron na toy figure na nandun naka-display. And na-discover ko yun, may signature pa ni Sir Berlin Manalaysay. Parang this is a item that dito parang as a mecha fan and if a Filipino mecha fan na dito unti-unti nagiging fan ni Combatron, parang it's very hard to let go hirap palampasin itong item na to. Kaya parang okay, sige. Wala, okay na ako. Okay na to. I'm di ko na sabihin kung magkano ba sa it's a purchase it's a worthwhile purchase because I think bihira na lang yung mga ganitong na naging available sa market. So I think it's a good collector's item. Lalo na if you're a fan of Combatron. And you're or starting to become a fan of Combatron. So yeah, this one is a good find for me. And syempre, siguro last book na mare-recommend ko. And if you're you're curious about why Metro Manila is somehow like this, no? Like ito di ko binili, no. Hiniram ko pala tong libro na to sa kaibigan ko. Shoutout to SJ na naging guest na rin pala natin dito sa podcast, no. When we talked about Shogun, the show sa Disney Plus. And this one is about Metro Manila, My Home, My City by Nathaniel von Incidel, where he talked about his experience as an urban planner for Metro Manila commission under Imelda Marcos. So,
Interesting.
interesting tong na to, librong to. And for me, no, I as a civil engineer by profession, it's good to read about this, lalo na about Metro Manila, what happened before that, what happened before, and then that led to this conundrum that we're experiencing right now. So I think it's a worthwhile read, and hindi ko pa siya natapos basahin, but yeah, we will really make time to read this book. Hopefully hindi na ako ganun ka-busy so work and other things, but yeah, hopefully I could really get in touch to or make time to read this. Makapal rin to. Yeah, I guess ito na yung mga book recommendations natin for this week or coming. I don't know if we have other comic or book recommendations coming month. Medyo maraming gastos.
Ako marami pa akong unread, pero yeah, if you want some book recommendations or gusto niyo magtanong kung, for example, gusto niyo magbasa ng Batman so kayo mag-start, just let us know. You can message the actual page, or if friends naman tayo sa Facebook, you can make, or kung sa man sa social media, you can message me directly and I'll gladly help.
Yes. Yeah, you can also directly message us on the page Geeks Around Nowhere on Facebook and on Instagram. Syempre, we also have our Threads and also TikTok. And I think please do follow us, and also please like this video na rin, and do subscribe na rin sa ating YouTube channel. We also have our Kagikadas, Geeks Around Nowhere community on Facebook. So if ever you want to be part of the community, please do so. Join the community and post something like your book recommendation, comic recommendations, even movie, shows, anime, anything na mare-recommend nyo. Wag lang siguro mga art films.
Saka wag lang fake news.
Yeah, wag lang fake news. Yeah.
Wag lang mga nag-share na nagpapakalat ng fake news. Wag yun.
Wag yun. Yeah.
So, kung yung for the motherland, wag yun.
Wag yun. Yeah. And with that, I think we could end this episode na. Thank you, Migs, again. Sige, before we end, shoutout na muna. Shoutout mo.
Ako, syempre, number one, shout out sa aking wife na si Kata. Lalo na pinayagan niya akong bumili at ilibre ng Spider-Man sa McDo.
Yeah. Ay,
so, yun.
Di ata nila pinost yan or nilagay sa sa commercial?
Wala sa commercial, pero naka-post sa page ng McDo. So, sulit siya, malaki siya. Ito kamay ko. Ganyan.
Diba?
So, Saka hindi siya blind box, So, ano lang, hindi nyo lang bumili ng meal, ng food sa McDo. Any meal or any food, then just add 165 pesos and then pwede na kayo mamili kung anong Spider-Man. So,
Nabili mo na lahat, no?
kulang pa ako ng isa. So, tatlo na sila. So, kulang na lang ng isa, then kompleto na.
Ah, nice. Oh, mura
And
lang 165 pesos.
165, not
Oo,
bad na.
not bad.
And ano rin, continuing din sa shoutout. So, syempre,
Mm,
shoutout sa buong team ng Arcon
mm.
for a successful launch. Salamat din at na-interview namin kayo and congrats sa sold out na copies and hoping pa rin ako kay Sir LC na magkaroon tayo ng separate episode dito
Oo.
discussing about yung love natin for Ed Brubaker and Sean Phillips comic work.
Actually, dito Sir LC is inviting us on his show sa Jam 88.3 and yeah, I think where he's going to send us a message about when will it happen. Hopefully it would happen soon, no? So shout out sa'yo Sir LC. Hopefully we could have a conversation on your show. Yun. Sige, and any other shoutout pa, Migs?
Shoutout din sa mga friends natin. Hindi ko na papangalanan. So hopefully we can see you very soon and we can hang out soon. So one thing that we've recently learned in life, so learn to value what matters most. So that's your health, your family, and your friends. So spend more time with them.
Yeah, true. Okay. Okay na? Okay na? Okay, sige. For me naman, again, shout out to my wife, kay Ice. Also, shout out na rin to our viewers and listeners ng podcast. Again, thank you very much for giving us your time and your attention para makinig or manood sa ating podcast. And please do like this video na rin and comment na rin kung ano pa yung mga comic book recommendations nyo. And shoutout ko rin pala from from our last episode about our review ng FPW and Dexcon. Shoutout ko na yung isa sa mga nag-comment sa atin, hanapin ko. Si Lore Guys ZXC sa YouTube. If ever you are listening again here on this episode, sobrang thank you for showing your support on Facebook. Hopefully we can meet you personally to talk to you. Thank you again for your support, no? It means a lot. And hopefully if any one of you are listening, guys, please do comment kung ano man yung mga masabi nyo sa amin. Anything kung medyo mga kalokohan, wag lang naman fake news. Yun. And also, please also do be be members of our community, Geekadas, Geeksaro Nowhere community on Facebook. Yeah. And with that, we end our episode again. Thank you, Migs, for sharing your book recommendations, and hopefully we could have another episode again sa more
Anytime.
episodes, of course.
Anytime. I don't know if masasama siya sa cut, pero kanina may mga cameo moments yung aso naming si Paco. So
kasama siya actually.
First appearance niya dito.
Oo, naririnig ko siya actually kanina. Pero yeah, di ko na siguro ma-edit 'yon. Ayoko nang
Okay lang.
Oo. Okay lang 'yan. And with that, again, thank you, Migs. We'll see you again on the next on the coming episodes. And yeah, guys, please do follow us again on Instagram, Facebook, and our socials. And with that, we end our episode. My name is Jomar together with Migs, and we are 1, 2, 3. Geeks out of
Geeks out of
nowhere.
nowhere.
Baby, bye-bye. See you on the next episode.
See ya.